Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we got the top 10 mutants for BGs. So starting off with the top 10 spot, it goes to Nightcrawler. This is a champion that when I awaken, I actually do have the 7-star unduped from the event that we had. If I awaken this guy, because he actually does benefit a lot from the SIG, as you can see, increase the potency of Nightcrawler's instant bleeds and critical damage rating by 11. And that's in SIG 1. But like SIG 200, look at that, 103% of his current prowess potency. So, you know, that does help him out a ton for attack. And for defense, Nightcrawler's evade chance can only be lowered by tech champions, which is definitely, you know, a threat. If someone is using like Archangel, they are not going to be able to basically ignore his evade unless you switch his mode and get him to the swashbuckling. But yeah. This guy, amazing dual threat. I still am afraid fighting this guy on defense because actually they kind of made it harder to like do that trick where you throw like a light attack in the air and then he like switches himself. It is still doable, but the AI sometimes just, it takes time for that to happen. And pretty strong on attack. He's got that unique utility where you can just dex. You can like dex bullseyes one easily, Nick Furies. He's a pretty good champion, honestly. Really fun. If I awaken him, definitely goes up. Top 9, it is Havoc. This guy, one of the best counters for Onslaught. I've never done the matchup, but I've seen a lot of people do it. He has ton of resistance, energy resistance. He does have huge damage on the special 3. If you throw like a couple of SP1s before and you go for special 3, it does huge amount of damage. He is a threat for BGs a little bit, because he also like reduces your critical hits, critical damage rating by 50%, so that makes him instantly a lot tankier. And also he's got, you know, if he gets those plasma debuffs on you and then you get to 10, there is a chance he detonates you if you don't have an armor up, and that does do a lot of damage. And also, if you pair him with Inequity, you're pretty much always going to have some debuff no matter who you're using. So yeah, that is going to slow you down a lot more. So I think he does deserve a top 9. I would be pretty happy pulling a 7-star Havoc. I think now he's in the base pool too. Now moving on to the top 8, I put Dust here. Dust, man, nobody knew that she was like that good on defense until like 2 metas ago, I believe, where everyone found out that she has 18% critical resistance, which is wild. I didn't even know that, and she just kept not dying, you know. It's just so tanky. She also reduces your willpower to 0, so any chip damage from blocks, or if you get hit by that sandstorm, you just can't heal it. The only way you can heal it is by regeneration. No willpower, which is huge. She also is kind of cool sometimes when it crushes people's games. Oh no, okay, we're not gonna count that. But yeah, she actually isn't too bad on attack either. If you want to decide to go for a special 3, that might take a little bit of time, but that does give you like the biggest damage output. But I feel like a 7-star rank 2 to rank 3 can probably kill the opponent with like 1 SP2 and maybe like 2 SP1s, which doesn't take too long. But yeah, she's not the best on attack, but she definitely can be used. And she also has really good immunities. Look at that, immune to bleed, poison, and shock. She might be like kind of broken in the next meta that we have with the crit me, because if people use suicides, that means you take no damage from bleed and poison, and you just get that extra attack. So yeah, Dust is pretty good. I got a 7-star version myself. Now moving on to the top 7. This is going to be the top 7, and that is going to be Weapon X. So Weapon X has been recently added as a 6-star champion, sorry, as a 7-star champion. And he sometimes, if he clips you, it's probably round over unless you have someone that's bleeding immune or like super tanky. But yeah, if you get clipped by this guy, which is very easy to get clipped because he's unblockable, he's so aggressive, he can easily corner you. It's pretty much game over. Like, you take so much damage because when he's aggressive, he usually does a full 5-hit combo, and then he crits as well, which means apply those bleeds. So it's not great when you get hit by Weapon X. And he's actually a pretty good defender, you know. You need to take your time with him to like bait out his rage stacks, let him chill out a little bit, and then try to kill him before those things come back when they're on cooldown. So I do like Weapon X. I wish I had a 7-star, but there's no way I spent that much of that event to get the 7-star version. But I do have the 6-star ascendant on my free to play, and he does give me some wins. And if you actually know how to use him as well against Bullseye, you can get a pretty decent score against Bullseye because he's got very unique rotation against him. Now, up next, this is going to be the top 5, and it goes to Bishop. So Bishop, I can say that he's kinda have like fallen off in BGs, but this guy, the only problem with him on attack is that he kind of rely on crits on the special too. Like if he doesn't crit, the damage does not feel too great, and then sometimes you need to go for double special 2s, which does take, you know, some time for sure, but he's still very strong. Even if you get 1 crit on that special 2, the Incinerate is going to take for a lot. And also, especially if he's high sig, he's a big threat in defense, because look at that, he goes unblockable. If he's got, let's say you have a max sig with 10 prowess, he's going to be fully unblockable, and if he throws an FC1 there, it's scary. And also, to me, it feels a lot scarier when this special is fully unblockable. Even if I can dex it, if it's fully unblockable, you're just stressed out if you get hit, that you're going to take damage, and then you end up getting hit because you're stressed. So he does sometimes clip you with that special too, and if he does, it's usually like almost half of your health if he's got like a lot of prowess. But he also is a very good defender because you cannot put bleeds on him. Where is it? You can't really put bleeds on him. There it is. I think there. No, I don't know. Okay, there it is. So if you put a Incinerate, Bleed, or Shock, and he's got prowess, he's going to consume prowess, instantly consume prowess, and deal damage to you. So those are 3 debuffs you cannot apply to Bishop. So if you want to use like Archangel, you're going to lose damage 100%. Or if you want to use someone with Incinerate and stuff like that. So I still like my Bishop. I actually have a rank 3 on my free to play, and I'm definitely consider taking him to rank 3 on my main account too, because Bishop is just, I think he was my most wanted from the OG 7-star base pool. And yeah, man, I miss Bishop. He's pretty cool. All right, so now moving on to the top 5. This is going to be just an attacker, but is like such a good attacker, and it is Sunspot. So this guy, he can finish fights very fast. He can finish fights with the full yellow bar thanks to his preferred block mechanic. If the opponent is not able to incinerate, he's usually going to end up with a lot of health, and also pretty fast because you can kind of like siphon the incinerates, get some power. And pretty much anyone is going to die from 2 SP1s and 1 SP2. Even like Sasquatch if you get some of those big crits. And he is one of the best options for Nick Fury. If you know how to do the fight, you can kind of like cancel his second life completely with Despair. So very fun champion to use, very safe, thanks to the perfect block with the incinerates. And yeah, I do like my 7-star rank 2 on my my free-to-play. Moving on to the top 4. And it is, again, just an attacker, but what an attacker. This guy is like RNG based, but when you have decent RNG, man, he can just take anyone that's not bleed or poison immune. Even like Bullseye can do so many things. Sometimes you might be able to take like Serpent as well, because if you have deep wounds, like you need to be lucky, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you have 5 out of 5 deep wounds. It's still very risky, but he's very good for Bullseye, very good for Nick Fury. For pretty much anyone that's not bleed poison immune, everyone knows how good AA is. It's just you need to get a little bit lucky. If you don't get lucky, sometimes he's pretty bad. But if you get a little bit lucky, you can even take that like Dominoes and all those annoying defenders. Moving on to the top 3. This was really tough. So the top 3 is Mr. Sinister. This guy is such a good dual threat, man. Like even if he's unduped, he's good. But if he's duped, man, he can. If he starts with this, with the Mystic combat power rate increasing by 20%, and he stacks like, sometimes I had him like start with 4 of them, which means 80% combat power rate for the rest of the fight. And you do not want this guy with extra power, because if he throws an SP1, he puts a bleed on himself, which lasts for a very, very long time. I don't know if it's updated here. Yeah, it lasts for 20 seconds. That means he's healing from it, because he's taking 0 damage and bleeds. And then if he throws another SP1, he's going to basically remove the bleed off of him, and place it as a degen on you, which it is at least like 10% of your health, sometimes even 15, depending on the champion you have with like their health. So that's annoying. And then if you push him to a special 2, he puts a 100% concussion on you for 6 seconds, just canceling everything that you have. Buffs, parries, like all that stuff. So That's two specials that you don't really want to bait. Ideally, what I do is bait a special 1 quickly, and then I bait a special 2, and then by that time he's got another special 1, the 20-second bleed is off of him. But if he goes longer than that, it's tough. And also, you know, he doesn't take much damage from the crits. He pretty much heals all of them. And yeah, it's just all around such a good defender. And I haven't even talked about an attack. Like, he can pretty much take anyone, because there's no one that's immune to degen, unless like Mr. Negative or like Spider-Ham that has resistance or null. But he can even take Maestros. Like, he's that good. All you do is just parry, hold your heavy for, you know, a little bit for like 2 seconds, and then basically the bleeds on you. You transfer them with the SP1, and then if you get a really nice aggressive AI, you can even pause them twice before they fall off, and you do so much damage. And yeah, I haven't even mentioned that he's like one of the best counters for Bullseye. Just an amazing champion, man. I really can't wait to get a 7th version. Now for the top 2, it is Domino. I didn't know if I wanted to put Domino top 3 and Mr. Sinister top 2. I wasn't sure, because Domino is amazing on attack. She can be a lot faster than Mr. Sinister on attack, but she's not as consistent. If you don't have good RNG on the special 2s, she doesn't feel great. But if you have the Gambit Relic, most of the time she does do a lot of damage. She's either gonna crit bleed or deal like huge crits. And there's so many options for Domino, but she's still like one of the best defenders, because if you don't have one of those, you're gonna take some fun and interactive unnecessary damage. You know, it's Domino. So yeah, definitely happy to have a 7th rank 3. And definitely need to figure up a little bit more. And for the top 1, it is none other than Onslaught. You know, this guy is like the 2nd best defender in the game. He's got a whole AI into him. He feels very unpredictable when you fight him. You know, we've done SOS against him. We thought we knew how to fight him, but then the AI just gets the better of us. You know, this guy is just so good with all those immunities he's got. Not even immunities, like better than immunities, just resistance. If he gets inflicted with one of those, he like heals from it. If he gets inflicted by shock or incinerate, he places a ton of newer shocks. And it's so easy to kill anyone with Onslaught, because all you need to do is be able to heavy counter them, so you get that long pause. I think it's in the heavy attacks here. Yeah, heavy attacks. So if they are stunned, it lasts for 1.5, but if they're not stunned, it's 10 seconds. And then you got those 10 seconds to stack those newer shocks from the SP1, and then all you need to do is just keep at it, keep pausing them, go for your special 2, and then if they don't die, if they're like a Sasquatch or something, you need to go for like another SP1, and thanks to those Daunted from your parries, you're gonna deal a ton of damage from your special. So yeah, 100%, no doubt about it, Onslaught is the best mutant for BGs, 100%. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about this top 10. I wasn't sure about the top 2 and 3. I'm still not sure if Domino is better than Sinister or Sinister is better than Domino, but I decided to give it to Domino because I've used Domino a lot more, and also Sinister is kind of in a weird spot now, because most people don't have him as a 7-star, but we probably are all gonna get him for free at least once. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.